So, greetings. I just want to show you guys sort of things that I did before the Dragonborn story. And now that her quests are done, and I'm back into the Civil War, the second half of the Civil War, I want to show you kind of what I do. And you might think it's overkill, but to me it's a lot of fun, and it can be very dangerous because, again, having this, you'll see what I mean. So let me show you my followers real quick. Oh, the list of them. Alright, so as you can see, these are my followers.
Stay alert.
And you're thinking,
Never know
what
when
the
those
heck?
Stormcloak dogs might
Why
charge.
so many? That's probably 50 to 40 followers right there. Why do you need so many Centauros?
First I thought I'd miss
Well,
I guess I've had my fill of it because
why
I don't miss
not?
it at all.
Because, well, we're going to go through quite a few hordes of Stormcloak soldiers. Hopefully with no crashes, but that's never a guarantee. And yeah, so these are the guys. Alright, we got the Battle of Whiterun. No, Battle of Whiterun. Battle of Markarth going on with the mod Open Civil Wars. I've done videos on that before. I'm not doing that shit yet. Oi, that's cool. His helmet's coming through. I didn't know that actually happened. But I guess it does. That's nice.
Smell the air, isn't it wonderful?
That makes it more sense for Argonians. Yeah. Nice. Anyway, so we got a special character with us today. We've got Cecilia, who's my vampire character. She decided to join the Empire after the Dragon Wars to aid in the piecing of, you know, the reunification. Fuck English, I don't even know what I'm saying. She just wants to bring Skyrim back to peace, and Centaurus has convinced her that once she was, you know, a servant of the Empire, maybe she should again and bring peace to this land. So let's get to it. Now it's going to get a little bit hell-fury, right? It's going to get a little crazy. I'm not going to obviously do it all live, because I don't want to bore the fuck out of you guys, but hopefully you enjoy this sort of battle. I'm pretty sure I placed NPCs all over the place, so I've made it a lot more of a battle scenario than it just, hopefully. I'm really hoping I did. I might have done, or I might have forgotten to, or I might have reloaded back to a save. I was having some trouble with this last night. I just went to bed, but I fixed it all. Anyway, let's get to it. Now I asked myself, why do I have so goddamn many? Let me take a picture of this real quick. Far out, that's a lot. Well, again, Markarth, the war has been over, well, on standby, for a good 6 months in game, and I can imagine you've had plenty of time to restock your troops, restock your arms, and all sorts of things. I mean, this is the big moment, the big push, you know, like, it's been on hold for a while, so you've got to go in there, you've got to hit them hard, because they're going to be packing hard. And this is why there's so many, because, you know, Markarth is the city of silver, and it's fortified in one of the most, well, the most fortified city in all of, probably Tamriel. So, we're here, and we're going to be attacking this, blowing it up, well, taking it back over to the Empire, because like I said, for 6 months this has been in Stormcloak hands, trading silver for the Stormcloak, so it's a big money maker, and it's a very fortified city. So, we've got to hit it hard, we've got to go in there, we've got to make sure we win, and a lot of these guys, you know,
damn rebels,
are going to help me with that. I've already lost 2 taking over Port Sunguard. I lost a vampire permanently. I normally resurrect them if they're still, you know. She got her head blown completely off. She got hit with a hammer that hard that I have and there's no coming back from that. Yeah? Permanent vampire deaths in my game are to ash or heads gone splatter, or they're being splattered by a destruction spell. Funny enough, her wife actually died in the Dragon War, was killed by a dragon. So she was put to ash, and now she's been, her head's been splattered all over the joint. You can't come back from that, so yeah, here we go. Let's do a little speech thing. Oh. Where are you?
Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an
We stand
Imperial
out
scout.
here in the cold as brothers, warmed by the knowledge that we fight for the rights of every... I knew I could count on you, soldier.
She's not even a speech
This is
regardless.
it, men. It's time to make this city
I'm
ours.
not wearing the armor again, but that's the
This
battlefield
is
one.
an important day for the Empire and for the Legion, and for all of Skyrim. This is the day we send a message to Ulfric
Hopefully I
Stormcloak
put those
and
troopers
the
there. If
rebel
I haven't,
Jarls
this is
who
going to
support them.
suck.
That
Shield up
message
there?
is this.
That is.
Any king who denies the Emperor will wake one morning to face the Legion staring down his gates. And on that day, we will confiscate his city and restore the rule of law to his lands. But make no mistake, what we do here today, we do for Skyrim and her people. By cutting out the disease of this rebellion, we will make this country whole again. The walls of Marquardt may be high, but their age will
Shut up,
create
idiot.
weakness or secret entrances. Find them.
Battle mages, archers. Got very few
We'll
archers.
tear through them and the
A lot of
rebels
warriors,
behind
though.
them. All that remains then is the exterior gate. Find a way
This is
to
Marilia
kill them,
Tullius, by
and
the
the
way.
city will
She's
be
the niece of
ours.
General Tullius, the character that I created.
Ready now. Everyone with
She's
me.
my alternate
For the
Civil War
Empire.
character that
For
isn't
the
Centaurus.
Legion.
Centaurus is here somewhere. He's one of the vanguards. Oh shit! Something's dropping in front of me. Oh, how have I placed them? Because again, I had to revert back a few saves because of this pain in the ass, but pretty sure I set up all before I did that. Oh, shit. Where are they? I can't see them. Oh, right here. Oh, damn it, I didn't put detect back on. That's my bad. Oh, that's dark. Shit. Oh my goodness. Not bad. I can't say a thing.
You're no match for me. Come on!
Give me 1 second. Jesus Christ, man, I can't see a thing. It's always murky.
You call yourself a warrior?
Oh shit, the archers. Mage is doing decent. Whoa!
Stupid dog.
Good kills. Good bloody kills.
You've already lost. No one can save you now!
Did I complete my job? This is prone to be a bit laggy with this many NPCs. Are they inside the actual thing? Too much chasing Rick up there.
My steed.
Alright, she's going in.
You've already lost.
Hopefully they follow because it's going to be a bit messy in there. God damn it. Oh, we got a nanny on this. Hopefully he's popping magic. guards.
Jump your own grave. No one can save you now!
Think you can take me?
Some were innocent. I don't know if it killed any civilians by mistake.
left a few surprises for you to discover.
If you two are finished with the touching homecoming, there's a city in
Give them
chaos.
fire, make them stupid quizzes. Alright, he's running the wrong arm,
Something
but that's
to report?
okay.
All right then.
He's done the damn job. Ignore the cadence, I'm kind of red here. Just keep tapping. And that was the battle
Wait to kill another Imperial.
of Markarth. And now Markarth is under Imperial control. We'll leave, we'll come back later. She will be completely under the
The general and
occupation
I have our
of
disagreements.
the Empire again.
He's the best hope.
After 6 months of being in control of the Stormcloaks. Now, all that being said, that's kind of was pretty much overkill. All these followers, but again, you kind of want to take Markarth back for being such a big money maker and seriously fortified city. Yeah, you want to go in hard and fast. Not like the Sex Life, of course, you know. You want that to be slow, but we had to go in. We had to bring the numbers, and I lost a few. Almost lost this poor bastard, and we lost one out. What the shit? No, one outside the door, of course. I'll shield around you people if you think I'm fucking.
What's the hurry?
Jesus Christ, almost lost these guys. But luckily they weren't attacking them on the ground because they had us to deal with. Now, like I said, that's just a sort of battle I like to do amongst for my Civil War story. And they're in the second half now, and hopefully I won't lose too many, but I've lost 3 already, and I'll if you want to watch after this, I'm going to basically bury him if you're interested in seeing that sort of stuff, because again, the battles that I win, I bury the followers, and the battles I lose, I kind of just leave them behind, because enemies going to bury them, they're not going to let that. They'll never let you take them back, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go pick up the dead and send them off the most honourable Imperial way possible. So we've even got a woman of the north out here. Actually inside the city there was Vina, who was a sort of rich woman character that joined the Dragonborn. She's not meant to go to Markarth. She'd be killed in Markarth. The way she dresses and looks. Anyway, I did find our fallen Conrad. Right over here. It's a mage. And she probably got cooked by her own fire, unfortunately. That is... I'm pretty sure she was a really pretty girl too. She had pale skin, blonde hair. Yeah, that's what I remember how she looks like, but unfortunately, so as we can see, this fort is now under the control of the Empire, which is Markarth's fort, which is so far away from Markarth. Jesus Christ, it's in Whiterun. And all my dead are over here. So, we've got Elinale, our mage. She got cooked. We've got a vampire right here, who, you know, as you can see, she's very pale white skin underneath there, and her head got blown completely off by a hammer. So, another battle mage dead, but a heavy version. And a sort of unique character I want to make. I like to do half-breeds here and there. A Skyrim raised Ultima called Tari Thriceblade. Her father was a Nord. She's got that Nord sort of light skin and the blonde hair. Elves have blonde hair anyway. And her mother's high elven sword that was taken over because it's super powerful. I made it super powerful. She's been a vanguard in a few different takes. My stories never got to reach there, unfortunately. And yeah, so these are the 3 dead. Now, like I said, there's only a couple ways in my story. You know, if a vampire gets killed in battle, you know, drench some blood over the wounds, put some blood back in their mouth, they'll get back up. Because they're already dead. I mean, blood heals them, right? But if you turn to ash, there's no getting up after that. And if you get your head completely blown off, there's no really working the rest of the body because you're permanently gone, because your head is all over the place. I'll try and find a head down there. We'll see if I can later. But anyway, I've got to go bury these guys, and we'll bury them. And I think a few of you might have seen the graveyard already. Anyway, let's go and bury these poor sons of bitches. Ah, there's Eric the Slayer. That's an old Scrolls fan that was laid to rest and named in this game. And you'll probably find that Skyrim Grandma, Shirley, she'll end up in the next game as either a follower or... I'm pretty sure they're going to do a follower. Hopefully she lives to it though, for fuck's sakes, Bethesda. I hope she doesn't end up like these guys. So, here they are. And we're at the burial site. Cleaned them all up. Can't really clean her up. She's barbecued. Here's the rest of them. Now, funny enough, the vampire without her head, her wife is right here. She was cooked, and as you can see, all these guys have tombstones to kind of like sink they're buried underneath. Where she doesn't. She has a burial urn, a silver one of all things, where her ashes are kept inside. But this is the area I lay them all the rest, all the ones that I can find anyway. Spider stack, 5, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 46 dead followers. Now I'm going to go bury these guys, and I'm not going to waste time showing you what I do here because that's a pain in the ass, but we'll get to it a little bit more when I bury. And for me, that could take like friggin' 20 minutes, but I'll see you in a couple seconds. Alright, so I've buried Rika Coldblood, who is the wife to the, well, ash pile over here. So, you might think, how do you put vampires into your legion? You know, how do vampires serve an army? Well, I'd always imagine the Empire using whatever resources they've got. You know, if there's vampires willing to join them, willing to train to resist the, you know, the lust of blood, and they want to fight, and like say they want to earn their freedom, so like they can live in an imperial city, everyone will know what they are, but they'll feel protected and safe, and that this person can live for hundreds of years in the one city, owning the one house, and then live for say 70 years and then be called off to war. You know, whenever the Empire is in need of soldiers, you know, in need of these vampires, I haven't got a cool name for them yet, that they are conscripted back into the war and they're sent off to fight. And they might be there for 5 to 6 years, but they might come back and have 70 years of peace and still be, of course, a younger looking vampire. And this is what these two are. They're sent off and they're trained by sponsors who are other vampires that have succeeded in the training and have been legionnaires for some time. And this is how I imagine these two found each other. They, you know, she had like a more of a rigid base, like an older sort of vampire sunken face, and this one was new. So maybe they were sponsors. They, you know, spent a few nights under the sheets, and eventually down the line, a couple, you know, decades or so, got married. Blah blah. You could just think of a story with them. But this is how I put my vampires into the game. they could be a range of 15 years old as a vampire, 50 years old, 90 years old, and if they've got a rigid face, from 200 years and above. So it doesn't really matter in the long run, but these two are buried beside each other. Well, one of them's buried beside each other. I don't know if you can hear me over all this fucking shit weather, but again, hopefully you can. So yeah, that's how I think of vampires being in the Legion. So like I said, I've got vampire legionnaires, right? And this is one of them who was killed by a dragon and she was reduced to ash. Now, I write some things, kind of background stories, and I had her as like sort of, and like I said beforehand, vampires, they live peacefully amongst Empire as known vampires, as imperial citizens, of Empire citizens, until a war is started, or happens, and they're called a war. And she's been around for 300 years, this person that passed away. But look at this. Gertie Deathhand, this is the year she died on. She was a Nordic vampire legionnaire. Ignore those of my dogs in the background. She served the Empire for 300 years. She fought in many wars for the Empire. The Oblivion Crisis, Skyrim Civil War, and the Dragon Wars. That which ended her. She leaves behind her wife, who will fight in her name. Not anymore, because this is her wife. Very unfortunate. Oh, it's kind of sad, man. And there's actually baby blue before, like, these two were married. There's an Argonian who's a Vanguard, and I think I might have showed her in a few videos. I forgot her name, bloody hell, but her wife is over there. So many gay couples are dead here. Why? Look, it's not on purpose, I swear to God. I've got a lot of, like, dead married people here, but, well, only the ones that are, like, same-sex are actually dead couples, married, like, buried here together. These two dudes, these two ladies, and I think they're the only ones. There's a dead wife over here to an Argonian. There she is. And there's a couple other married people here that have been dropped, but their spouses are still fighting in the Legion. Oh, get me out of here. But yeah, it's kind of sad that, this tombstone was that a wife will fight on. And at the end of the day, her wife is buried right beside her. But her wife was buried without her head. And what remains of dear Serdi, or Serdi, how the hell you pronounce that bloody Nordic name? Grida, is buried in this urn. Goddamn, that's sad. I'm just bloody crying. Now I'm going to use this as my thumbnail, even though it's pretty shit, but it just shows kind of the whole process of having a lot of soldiers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you can like and subscribe if you want. I just do a bunch of random shit, like do stories, mod sort of stuff, or talk about how I play my game, which I think is probably, from what I know and what I've seen, the only one of its kind, where I play a massive story with multiple characters and massive different story arcs and all different sorts of stories that end up combining with the Dragon Wars. I play guild characters, Civil War characters, and the Dragonborn. A lot of these guild characters and other characters come together for that crisis, and then it's a very big story. It's hard to explain in a small little video. But I think I'm the only one that does a playthrough like that. People interested in sort of a novelisation of playing Skyrim without having to read pages and more that sort of stuff. I do that. On my next playthrough, I'm going to do a shit ton better job of recording it and at least trying to tell that story. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this little video of Marulia going to war against the Stormcloaks, really the first battle of the second half of the war, like I said, man, like and subscribe if you want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Keep yourself safe, and peace out.